Gypsy Man. And my first competition with the Staccato P didn't go as planned. Um, so I bought this gun because I knew I was going to train with it and I wanted to give it a shot with the competition. In this form, I paid a little bit of money for it, so, I thought it might run a little bit smoother than it did. So, I just know things that I know now that I didn't know before. So let me tell you about the competition. So the competition was steel paper. We were doing 3 stages. It was a short competition, more of a practice run for a larger event that's coming up in the next 2 weeks. So let me tell you about the Staccato off the top. So right away, I'm gonna talk about the Staccato P's pros and cons. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Well, this isn't a competition gun." Bullshit. The money I spent for it, and as smooth as this gun shoots, it's gonna be ran in some competition, especially production or anything like that. Limited optic, whatever they call these competitions. I don't even keep up with the names. So let me tell you about the pros first. The pros were that the weight was really nice. Um, the safeties, I didn't have any issues with the safety because I left the thumb safety down the whole time, and the grip safety on the Staccatos are non-existent. You won't have a problem if you are a Glock user moving to a Staccato, not even moving, but just using it for specific reasons. Natural point of aim was really nice. The trigger was quick, and the gun was steady. The straight back felt good, along with the weight and the balance of the gun. It felt great. I didn't have any malfunctions, and the grip actually felt pretty good coming out the holster. Although I do come out the holster slower with this gun, it has nothing to do with my draw. I think it has more to do with the weight. So the cons that I experienced, the bad ergos in the stock form. So off the break, this gave me a lot of problems. The mag release button, and I think it sprung a little too tight, especially for competition use. I had a lot of problems with this being stiff because it's new. The mags were not dropping out of the well fast enough in comparison to my Glock, which I can just tap and they're going to drop out very quickly. The other issue I had was definitely the slide release, because when I reload, I use a slide release to put the gun in battery, like I do with my Glocks with no issues. The problem with ergonomics, like this is a far reach. This is too far. And I have extra large hands, and this was still in a competition setting. It was still too far. Now, to fix and remedy this, I know, and I've already ordered lighter springs because they're available for the mag release. Okay, mag release. I won't be carrying this gun. I would never carry this gun. I advise against it due to a few things such as safeties and the slide release, and it could be a number of issues. You have to work it out. It all depends on how much you train with it. I know that, but I'm telling you, in a nervous, threatening situation, you don't know how you're going to grab this gun. I want to be able to just grab it like I grab my Glock and shoot it all wrong if I have to, at least to scare them away and account for my hits, So I know that I'm going to have to find this part. Triarch makes an extended one, and I need it badly, and they're unavailable. So I need to wait because I put my name or my address in there for when they come in stock. Let me know first because I'm getting that off the top. I will be getting that. This will be here this week. I'll be fixing the spring tension on the mag release. So the mag release is starting to loosen up because I've been practicing like hell with it since that competition. And to be honest with you, it was embarrassing. Like the mags won't even drop out of my Staccato at a competition. I know it's brand new. I know it's stiff, but come on now. Come on, man. This is a Staccato. Like drop out. Another thing that I've realized, and I know, is that the Glock magazines are better than these finicky magazines that you get with the Staccato. The Glock magazines are more reliable. There are less ways for debris and dirt to get inside of them. debris can get in here. Debris can fall in here. If you tap this wrong, these are gonna bend up. They talking about you gotta get these things tuned. I won't be tuning anything. And for real, when I was dropping these on the ground and hearing them hit, I paid so much money for them. I ain't even want to drop these magazines, but I know they're just a tool. But I paid good money for them. So these are dropping out, making all kinds of noise. When I drop my Glock magazines, I don't even think about it. I just drop them and keep it moving. The Glock magazines, they both come out quickly. They come out good when you get it good, when you hit the button good, or if you get, a good contact with it, because you got to loosen your grip if you don't have big hands. I have large hands, so I can hit the mag release. But my Glock mag release, and let me compare the two. I'm going to just put this aside. Let's compare the two. Look at the mag release. My finger is all over that mag release. It's going to come out easy. Look at the slide release. My thumb is all over the slide release. Easy. That's how I reload my guns. Now I'm over here with a group that I shoot with often, having problems with this slide release. Not the safeties. The safeties are non-existent. Don't worry about those. It's the slide release. Look, I can only get this much on it. That is not enough, and it doesn't stick out far enough. I'll have to change both of those, and I could probably get away with getting one that sticks out further. I might just get both, but they're so pricey, and then you got to buy stuff, and then you got to get it fitted, and I can fit it, but I'd rather just let the smith be liable if anything goes wrong. I just go back to them, they buy me a new part and get it right. But not a problem with the mag release, but this slide release is my Achilles heel. I need that on my competition guns. I need that. So I'm sitting here at the competition doing one of these numbers. I have to do that in order to compete with this gun. I'm gonna have to train that into me, but even training that in is still slower than being able to just hit it. No problem. Not a problem. Drop in piece. Drop in pieces for the Glock. Nothing has to be fit. And it can be done on your bench by yourself. No experience really. Just take a look at it and you'll get it right. With every part of this gun that I built with my Glock 34. The Delta Point Pro was fine. Didn't have a problem with that. I'm not going to compare it to the 507 Comp Hollow Sun because there's no comparison. This is a bigger window. This is a large window. It's fine. This is better. That's all I'm going to say about that. The fixes, we already went over the fixes for what I need to do with this. And I just need to keep working it. I know, keep working it, getting it loose. I'll be doing that. The trigger on this is on point. The trigger was beautiful. I don't have much take up on it, if any. I probably have about, but you know what, when you're shooting and the buzzer goes off, you don't even feel how much take up it is. You just slap the hell out of the trigger and keep the gun steady. I don't believe in shooting from the wall and all that stuff and doing in a heated competition or a heated threatening situation. Just hit the damn trigger and keep the gun steady. Okay, work on your grip. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I'm a Glocker. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. This gun feels more comfortable than this gun. At this point, at this time, the Glock will be my primary competition gun until this gun gets up to speed. The way I built this gun is far superior than this gun when it comes to feel. And if you don't feel good with the gun, you're not gonna shoot good with the gun. So the Glock's gonna be what I'm gonna go with. I got it set up the way I need to set up. The triggers feel similar. Of course, this trigger feels better. I don't need to be the fastest shooting the gun. I need to be accurate and fast, so I need a blend of the two. So I don't just need one. And I need good feel in order to do that. I can't just rely on my gun just having a fast reaction time. My body has to be able to adapt. And of course, both the guns shoot straight. I mean, the operator, me, I'm the issue. It's just training more with this, whereas this, I can just pick it up and go. I can start blasting and getting great hits and getting great results, which I have with Black Magic. I don't have a name for her yet. It'll come. They usually let me know what they want to be called. So, the pros. Familiarity with this. I'm familiar with this gun. I've been shooting this gun for 21 years. I wanted to test this gun, and I'm glad I did test it because I got a lot of feedback from it, pros and cons, and it just told me what I needed to do in order to get this up to speed. Now, can I get this gun to the point that I have this gun? Who knows? A little longer slide, a little shorter slide. It's all about me. It's all about how I train with the gun and how accurate I could be with the gun. No matter what people say about this just being a more superior gun, I'm telling you right now, I don't have any cut cards. This gun right now in this state is not superior to my Glock. I'm gonna tell you right now, but I'm still very happy and pleased, and I love the build of this. I would compare it saying such, this is a BMW. They overbuild all of their cars. Staccato overbuilt this gun, and it has its problems. Whereas I would say this is the Lexus, good and reliable, and it's going to be around for a long time, and you never have to take it in for service unless you just feel like it. But this can be done by itself. This has to go into service because even though I can break it all the way down, I feel like I've street mastered the Glock mechanisms compared to this gun. When it comes to fitting and things like this, I consider that an art, and I'm going to take it to the artist to have that done. Small parts, yes, I can take care of. This, I can completely break it down and bring it back to where it needs to be. The draw speed, I talked about this. This is way faster for me to draw. This is fast, but this is just faster. Trigger's faster. Trigger's great on this too. Just probably, I could shoot probably the same splits, but this is probably has the edge on that. The magazines, I had a horrible time with the magazines at this competition. Magazines are good old reliable, dropping, and we keep on rocking. And the magazines are just built better. Glock has the best magazines out there. Great magazines for this gun, but the Glock is just superior in that field, in that realm. I got great reliability out of this gun. Same reliability I get out of my Glock, so I don't have any complaints there for anything. I have my Glock, it's weighted. It has some parts in there that are heavier, so it feels good. But this gun, I love the weight of this gun. It just feels good for me as a more athletic, larger body person. It's just going to take time and practice and a few modifications with this gun, and it'll close the gap between my stock P and my G34. Although I'm not quite sure who's going to come out in the winner once I get this up to speed. We'll see, but for right now, my Glock is superior than the stock Staccato P with just a trigger in it. They're just two. What I learned was this is just a different mechanism compared to the Glock. This is a different thing. This is a different animal. This is like pick up, control, go for it. This is learn me before you use me. You know, so I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna get it going with this gun. This gun shot very flat, with less effort than the Glock, but I'm very accurate with the Glock. But this one does shoot flat and returns to target. But you know, in a competition, time is money, and with an optic, to be honest with you, they both felt the same to me. For me, they felt the same because of the optic. Now, if I was shooting irons with both guns, I'm sure there would be some differences, but I didn't experience that. So I'm just going off of what the optic felt like, and my shots are just as accurate with this. The dot moved. I lost the dot a few times with this optic. I don't lose the dot with my 507. It's usually staying in the window. So like I said, when that buzzer goes off and that adrenaline kicks in, I need that dot to be there every time. That's more of a user thing and more reps, more practice, and I'm going to take care of that. So, you know, the embarrassment was the fumbling around, which costs you time. When you fumble around with this right here, the slide release, and you're fumbling around with this, that's a good, 2-3 seconds that I wasted. That I could have finished that stage way faster had I had my Glock, but I had to give this a chance. I had to give it a test, an initial test, and I'm sure it's going to redeem itself. But it's just unacceptable to me to have to fool around with reloads. So in the realm of this is supposed to be a duty gun, you need to work this gun for a while before you want to take this into a fight if you're on duty, because this may fail you because it is very stiff. My gun was stiff and it's starting to loosen up, but this is stiff, and you're gonna have to change the way. Either you're gonna have to slingshot or you're gonna have to use the support hand to hit that slide release. So for those people, I mean, competition can only simulate stress, but it's not the same stress. There's nothing coming back at you. So in that realm, that needs to be addressed and it needs to be worked out. You know, the biggest issue was that was the biggest issue. You know, I need the gun. The gun felt like butter. Everything felt good. Felt recoil was great, just as much as this one. You know, the 34, the felt recoil is a little bit lighter. But like I said, in competition, time is money. Can't be fooling around with these two components when this one's ready to go. So for my competition, I'll be using the Glock 34 for my competition until I get this going. So I just wanted to run that quick synopsis of what I had to experience when trying to use this with in competition. I'm sure this one I could probably shoot just as well with the Glock, but this one with the weight and the balance, I could probably get, like I said in the previous video, you can get surgical with this gun. I could be surgical with this, but it takes a little bit more effort in all reality. But for right now, the Glock is superior. And, you know, I'm not surprised, but I have to build this up. But right now, the Glock is superior over my Staccato P, and that's the real. Ain't no paid advertisement. That's the real. So, Gypsy Man, peace, and I'm out.